Good evening, everybody. Well, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to you wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining us for this webinar, the GWT tour. And tonight I have a special person. Well, I always have special people for my webinars, but tonight I truly have a very, very special person. Her name is Nkechi Anaedobe. She is my sponsor. That she introduced me to the business, and she started in April last year. She's a diplomat presently and aiming to be ambassador and regional ambassador all within 2015. She started because she wanted freedom from financial fears about the future. She works as a public servant and is a mother of three and an entrepreneur. She loves the fact that GWT is quite risk-free and provides a real opportunity to create secure financial future for her kids, thereby enabling her to provide for her aged mom as well, share in profits of a global company, which is, something she thinks she would never have had the opportunity to. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen in with me as Nkechi takes us through the GWT business opportunity tour. Nkechi, the floor is yours.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. We can
Thank
hear
you
you loud and
so
clear.
much.
Take us to the billion.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Welcome, Sophia. It's really, really good to be on the call tonight.
Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, our listeners, wherever you are. It is my great pleasure to guide you through today's Business Opportunity Online Tour, our weekly GWT Get Paid to Look Great International Tour. I'd like to start a little with a history about our company. GWT was founded in 2005 by the indefatigable Ramin Mesgalo in Ottawa, Ontario. And the company has seen significant, tremendous growth, unprecedented. We've had 5 head office expansions since then. We've had to move, from one building to the other. If you look at the pictures on the screen, you'll see that we've moved from one building to another to even more luxurious settings. We've become a huge multi-million-dollar corporation in the past 9 to 10 years. And currently, our brands are basically on speed dial in over 90,000 countries. We have, at the last count, over 40,000 luxury consultants and VIP clients. Our key products are our FERI collection. That is where we have the first of its kind 19 and 21 karat gold with diamond jewelry, which has never been done in the jewelry industry. This jewelry industry, which we know is really, really old, and the manufacturing heritage on which GWT is founded dates as far back as the 1880s. So we're not a young company that's just fritting around. We're old, we know our pedigree, and we're really, really excited about having everyone on board with us. GWT is, really, really proud of what we are, and we have a firm mission statement. We desire to become the #1 fashion brand in the world, while providing a lifelong opportunity for entrepreneurs to build significant wealth. We intend to create 1,000 millionaires by 2025. This sounds like a huge call, but with the way we are going, I think we need to revisit our mission statement, because at this rate, we'll probably beat that target way before 2025. Since inception until date, GWT has experienced, like I said, steady and amazing growth. This has not been by accident, and it is going to get even more amazing. With each phase, from the 2005 when we started up until now, we've had our development phase. And with each phase, we've had new products, we've had new incentives, to ensure that while the company is growing amazingly, we who are involved in it, our VIP clients, luxury consultants, everyone is growing at the same pace. We're growing as the company is growing. So it's not like where you have the company growing and people are not growing. So the company is just maxing out and having all the fun and making all the profits. No. So with the development phase, we kept moving and moving. And right now, we have reached the long-awaited phase 5. Phase 5 is GWT's momentum phase. And like anything of immense value, think of any great initiative you have ever heard of in the world. Phase 5 is going to be full of new and even more exciting releases in our product lines, releases in our compensation structure, releases in the way we are going to grow our branding. It's all about taking us to the billion. So while what we've done to date has been amazing, we're getting even more amazing. So you really, really want to continue to focus on us, become a part of us, so you don't get left behind. This expansion that we have planned is going to be talked about in our industry, that is in the MLM industry, in the global fashion industry, in the global luxury designer industry for years and years to come. So let's talk about what makes GWT unique. We don't sell through regular retail channels. So you're not going to walk into the high street in any country and see us in regular stores. We don't do regular. GWT stands out. So what we do is we have our customers, our clients launch free VIP accounts. So each client gets to sign up, have his own account, and shop at his own pace. And with each account that clients open, there are incentives, there are rewards, which are, like I said, unprecedented. Consultants have virtual designer malls, which have everything that the company has on offer, from the smallest costume jewelry to the high-end diamond jewelry and opulent collection. And this gives us buying rights to GWT's exclusive product. So like I said, you're not going to go into stores and see our product. You're going to have to go through consultants, virtual designer malls. So what we're doing is like being franchise owners of GWT's exclusivity. We use a direct sales method, and the word of mouth marketing is something that everyone unconsciously does. So you tell someone sees something on you and asks, where did you get that? When you tell the person, I got it here, it's faster than listening to adverts. Most people don't listen to adverts, or it sinks in and goes out. But GWT works with word of mouth marketing, and that has always been proven by research to be the best kind of marketing there is. And the next bit I'm going to say is something that gives me great joy. For those who have been in any sort of direct sales market or in the direct sales industry, GWT's up to 75% payout is unprecedented. It's crazy. It's crazy exciting. I get shivers when I think about it. These incentives are paid in commissions. Commissions have other incentives. You have bonuses, and it just keeps getting better and better. So let's talk about why we do what we do. One of the key things that GWT stands out about is that we prefer quality over quantity. So even in our littlest lines, our smallest list price items, we don't mass produce. So you're not going to be buying an item that has been mass produced. You have 1,000 pieces of one earring, or you have 500 pieces of one luxury item. So whatever we do, when our designs are sold out, they're sold out. We're not flooding the market. We take our time. Our VP, our vice president in charge of production, takes her time. Our CEO oversees everything personally, so that what we're giving out onto the market, we stand behind it, rather than just flood the market with a lot of items because we want the profit. And we create timeless designs. So if you look at, for everyone who has looked at GWT's designs, there's something about it that while they are trendy, there's still things that don't fade out of the market. So I'm using something now, and my 10-year-old daughter is looking at it. We're generations apart, but she's looking at it, and it's trendy, and I know that my jewelry, my bags, my FERI shields are things that she can inherit, and in the next 10, 20 years, they will be trendy because they're classic items, they're timeless pieces. And then we have high margins. This is where it gets really cool. We have high retail profits. That's just the way luxury designs work. So our consultants, namely me, Sophia, our national ambassadors, our regional ambassadors, everyone who is a luxury consultant makes good retail profits because we get things at consultants' prices, and the difference between that and the retail price is much. So you're making that amount of profit, and that's going into your pocket. Like I said earlier, we have items from the super economical to the super luxurious and super rich. So virtually everyone, there's something for everyone in the GWT shop, in the GWT mall. So we have items from less than $20 or about $20 to items that go over $67,000, and everyone can aspire to something. It's not cut out for anyone in particular. So you can buy what you can afford now, and then also target those who will be willing to save something until they can afford something really luxurious that they want. This is our costume brand, Posh. Our Posh jewelry is, like I said, the costume brand. We have items in it from ladies' fashion jewelry, men's jewelry, and a lot of accessories in it. Like I said, we have items from around $20, from $25 to about $150, from your necklaces, your rings, for both men and women. And this is created primarily so that we have access to over 99% of the world's market. People are always going to want jewelry that they can easily throw on without being worried about cost and everything. So this line actually gives you an entry point into markets everywhere. You have people who wear it to work, and it translates easily into what you wear out to the clubs, what you wear to church, what you wear to any kind of event or occasion. Then the luxurious FERI. Now that is the red carpet favorite. We have over 1,000 units in our FERI brand at any point in time. We have items from the 950 Palladium. This is something that has never been done before. Like I said earlier, we don't do regular in GWT. So the 950 Palladium is an industry first. It's a jewelry and fashion industry first, and we currently are the only ones who have 950 Palladium silver. We have handbags, we have Mercies, those are the male purses you can see under there, the beautiful red faux leather purse you can see there. We have amazing timepieces, shoes, shields, opticals. By the way, we don't call our glasses sunglasses, we call them sun shields, because the technology that goes into making each of our sun shields is simply amazing. So we have all of that in our FERI line. We have scratch resistant jewelry for men and a lot more. And like I said earlier, we are still bringing out a lot in this phase into our various lines. Then this is our extra special ultra luxury flagship line. 19K jewelry, 21K jewelry, gold jewelry with diamond has not been done before. And this is what we do. So this is something that is like some of our other products. It's a GWT strictly product, So we have those, and then we have opulent materials. We have opulent things made with opulent materials. We have our exotic collection. We have pieces that are handmade, so they're not industry made. You don't have synthetic diamonds or stones. They are handmade with precious stones. And our exotic leathers are also handcrafted. We have Italian Napa leather, and anyone who knows anything about luxury brands knows that this is the creme de la creme as far as designer brands is concerned or are concerned. Okay, so this is something that we do. It is also something that sets us apart. Our items are shipped directly from Canada straight to our clients. So when anyone orders something, whether it is a client or it is a luxury consultant, GWT takes care of our distribution. So the client is ordering, you are ordering, you don't need to worry your pretty head about anything at all. Once you've paid, your items get shipped directly to you, courtesy of GWT's amazing shipping process. Okay, I've said a lot about how we are. I know we are cool. I mean, all the luxury consultants know we are great, but whatever you know about yourself doesn't really count in the outside world if you do not have people who can actually say, you know, that you don't have third-party credibility. And GWT has had amazing third-party credibility, and we've won amazing awards for different items. You know, we've had various journals, both in and outside our industry, give us accolades, continue to praise the business, because a lot of work has gone into making us stand out, and we stand out for all the right reasons. So in Canada itself, we've had the Canadian Business Journal, Canadian Jeweler magazine, you know, magazines that are based on integrity of the business, you know. But then of equal importance, or almost more important, are things like the Emmy Awards, the way we featured. You know, we had a lot of we were on the runway at the Emmy Awards in 2013, and we had the American Business Journal, and not just anyone gets to be on the American Business Journal. And we have been there. Our CEO has been there. Women of Wealth magazine has had us. You know, Oprah has had us on. We have talk shows having us distributing our pendants and stuff. So you know that if you have this much global, international appeal, then you know that you're onto something that's not only good for now, but good for a long time to come. Like I said, we are the celebrity favorite in Hollywood. We have people from a lot of Hollywood shows wearing our products, from a lot of the favorite things that we all like to watch, wearing our products, from 24 to, you know, really many. I'm sure many of us can look at the faces on the screen and see one or two people that we recognize. We've had beauty pageant winners sporting our products, both during official events like red carpet events, and regular, you know, wear them regular on a day-to-day basis, going about their business. They really, really, really do love us, and that's something that I don't think many other brands have. So we all know that we're good. Yes, we're good, we're cool. But in addition to that, we have decided, well, almost from inception, GWT has been keen on giving back to the community. So in various countries, in various charities, we have shown a lot of support. We've donated to, you know, we had the Haiti crisis, we had the Nepal crisis, and we've donated to all of those. We support the March of Dimes. Many people outside Nigeria would know that. And coming back to Nigeria, sorry, let me use this as my example. Last year, or early this year, we did support when we had one of our own air personalities who needed a surgery for a liver or kidney transplant. You know, so we like to give back because GWT is based on a no one left behind, each one reach out for the other philosophy. So while it's good to grow business, secure your financial freedom, we strongly believe that that does not really matter if people do not feel from our, you know, from what we're making. So we like to help out, reach out a helping hand so everyone gets to benefit one way or another, whether or not they are part of our luxury consultant package or network. Having said that, having said all of that, having blown my trumpet, because when I'm blowing GWT's trumpet, I'm blowing my trumpet because I know I'm onto a good thing. But having said that, let's talk about how you get to pay, how you get to get paid. You know, we said this is the Get Paid to Look Great International Tour. So these are the ways in which you get paid in GWT. One of the coolest things about it is the home designer parties, you know, and you earn up to 100% retail profits when you have these parties, when people, what our home designer parties are really informal settings. So they're things that you would ordinarily do with your friends. You know, if you're having a party, you have your friends come around, have a little bit of music, have fun and games, and then it's, with our designer parties, you're also putting your product on display. I've had people come up to me during my home branding parties and quite literally buy the necklace off my neck. You know, so I mean, there's nothing cooler than that. You know, you're having fun, you're having a nice time with friends and family, and people are shopping your items. And for every item that is shopped, you make up to 100% retail profit. In addition to these home designer parties, you have the internet retail sales. So for everyone who is a luxury consultant, the first thing you get as a luxury consultant is a virtual designer mall. That virtual designer mall is preloaded with literally millions of dollars worth of products, from the posh costume jewelry, which starts from $25, to the creme de la creme, top of the range, opulent accessories and gold and diamond jewelry. And for everyone who goes and shops there, you make your retail profit, and you don't have to bother your head about what happens. You just get your website address and literally use social media to throw it wide open. So you're sitting in your comfort in your house, and anyone sees your website address anywhere. They get to shop, and not even before they have received their product, as soon as they are debited, I really love to say this, as soon as your client is debited, you get your profit. So it's not like where you have to go and buy items, get a shop, pay for advertising, pay for someone to stay in the shop, and keep hoping that the technology that you have, the shop technology that you have, prevents them from robbing you blind. With GWT, all of that is taken care of. So your website is managed, your payment processing is managed. You're not buying any shopping, accounting technology to see if it will work with your website or with your shop. GWT takes care of all of that. To packaging, inventory management, warranties, returns. If a client buys something and they decide, I think I want to change it for something else, GWT takes care of all of that. So shipping right to the client's doorstep, everything is handled by GWT. So all you have to do literally is market your website, your virtual designer mall, have your internet sales, have your home designer parties, and you keep making new contacts, and the money, the profits just keep rolling in. It's really as easy as ABC, like we like to say in GWT. So here's how your retail profits work. To start with, when you get started as a luxury consultant, GWT, when we say we like you to look good and we pay you to look great, when you sign up as a luxury consultant, GWT gives you bonus $500 to shop your own site of posh or FERI items immediately. So as soon as you do that, it's crazy. You're registering to become a luxury consultant, and GWT says, you know what, you said you want to look good, here's $500, you go shop. Remember when I said that jewelry was bought literally off my neck? Well, it was my $500 posh jewelry, and one of the items, I had some items on display. Some lady walks up to me and says, I like that, and she buys it off my neck. I don't have a POS, so because you can't have a POS in your house, seriously. So what she does is she does an instant interbank transfer, and while we're having the party, I get my alert. She takes the jewelry home, and that was that. That's how I sold everything that I got. So you have people who would sell that off. Whatever you want to do with your $500 worth of jewelry is really your choice. But like I said, you can either do that, or people can buy from your website, or you can shop items and then have people buy them. And this is how it works. We said you earn up to 100% retail profits. So if, for instance, like the necklace that the lady bought from me, if she was buying it from my site, for instance, and the necklace was worth $100, or let's use the example that's here, the necklace was worth $40, right? If the member price, of that item that the client is purchasing is $20, I make an instant $20. So if on the upper side of it, if the client is buying, and this has happened, is buying a FERI luxury timepiece, for instance, that's valued at, say, $67,000 and above, I make the member price, which can be up to, what's the math? Let's say 67,000. Sorry, I don't do so good in math. So we're making over about $30-something thousand in retail profits. You didn't have to go to the market. You didn't have to buy the item and put in your shop. You didn't have to market that particular item, go on TV, do all of that. Simply by owning a GWT virtual designer mall and telling people about it, you make profits of up to 100% retail member value each time anybody shops your items. So, to boost your retail sales, we've talked about how having retail sales gets you a lot of profit, right? So how do we do this? Of course, people go to your site and they shop, yes. And when they're shopping, they get to create their own VIP client accounts. This is something that, I mean, we all shop online. Well, I guess everyone online right now has shopped online at some point in time, from local marketing shops in your various countries to international stores like Amazon and all of that. And for anyone who has done that, this is key because no one else does this, and we are extremely proud of this client reward program. This client reward program is the ultimate marketing tool. You know, we get clients to open free VIP accounts. You're not charged anything, and they earn up to 10% rebate on every purchase that they make. And the various VIP client accounts are in stages. You know, you have various client packages. So the more they purchase, the more rebate that they earn. You know, and what makes it even cooler is just for opening that VIP client account, GWT gives each of your clients a $300 gift certificate. I mean, that's just revolutionary. No business does this. I can say that with a clear conscience. No business in the world offers this, and this has led to increasing patronage. You know, you have repeat sales because clients are happy. Every time they buy something, the company gives them back. So people get to buy things over and again. You have people who are getting married and they see something that they like and they know that I don't have the funds to afford this now. So they get to put something away in their own client account on a monthly basis. And when they add, whenever they want to take that away, they can either use the $300 gift certificate if they haven't used it at all, or they just keep building up. And whenever they do complete that purchase, whether or not you have talked them through it, whether or not you know when they purchase the item, you get your retail profit simply because you became a GWT luxury consultant with the fastest growing designer brand in the world. So these are other ways that you earn. We've talked about the retail profits, which I know someone's already calculating furiously about. I know someone is picking his pen and really writing, okay, who do I market to, who do I market to? But in addition to that, GWT has other ways to ensure that we, luxury consultants, earn lifelong residual income. Because that, remember, that is part of GWT's mission statement, to ensure that we entrepreneurs earn lifelong residual income. And the simplest way to do this is a simple thing: you build a team. So literally what we're getting paid for is building the team. And when that team is growing, you earn in various ways. You earn wholesale profits from having people join your team. You earn from team commission. So it's not just you. You're not earning just from your own effort. You're earning from the effort of everyone in your team. So when they have people do retail sales, you're earning from it. When they have people join their team, you're earning from it. When they have people pay what we call the IA, I'll explain that a little more later, you earn from it. And we have business development and travel bonuses. You know, so if I was going to get up from here and go give a GWT presentation in some other part of the country, GWT would, you know, of course conditions do apply, but I would have a business development bonus just because I am going to spread my business. You know, this is really revolutionary. And then we have a lot of incentives. We have cash incentives, we have product incentives, and then we have luxury vacations. Remember when Sophia introduced me, she said I was gunning towards becoming ambassador and regional ambassador, because the luxury vacations, the cruises, the luxury and exotic car bonus programs are just out of this world. You know, you get to take time off to a butler service, luxurious cruise, your legs are up in the air all the time, you're just relaxing. I mean, this is in addition to you earning from your VDM when people shop, earning from when your team is working. Seriously, it's just thinking about it makes me even more excited all the time. So these are ways in which we earn. So you need to really, really remember these, that we earn from the retail profits, from building our team. There are a lot of ways to earn, and you earn not just now, but because it's a team effort, you earn lifelong residual income, which is the true path to financial freedom for anyone. So this is what happens when you're building a team. Remember that because you have a VDM, which is not tied to a physical shop, it's not just tied to where you live or where you are located, it's something that is open to anyone, anywhere in the world. You stand a chance to build, to create, to launch partner VDMs in any part of the world. So you have people growing in your team in Ecuador, you have people growing in your team in San Jose, you have people growing in your team in Iran. It's not tied to any particular place. So imagine, you just close your eyes for a minute and imagine a network of people who see your VDM and decide to partner with you. You have people everywhere, so your business really does blow up. And remember what I said earlier about the various ways in which we earn, the team commission. Let me go back a little. The wholesale profits, team commissions, VDM product sales, IA program sales, and all of that. So when everyone in your team, each time that the work that is done in your team creates a $6,250 amount, $50 total, you stand to earn up to $500. This is crazy, and let me explain why. It's not just you. Everybody in that team stands the chance to earn up to $500 each time your volume reaches this amount. So if your team creates that volume 10 times in one day, the day you're due to be paid, you get paid for that 10 times in one day. We've had people whose teams have done that over 20, 30 times in one day. I mean, someone is doing the math right now, I know. So imagine $500 times 20 times, times 10 times, times 5 times. I mean, just think about it. And it's a teamwork, so it's not a once-off thing. The way your team is working, it just keeps on growing. So you get to earn that. You get to earn up to 8% lifelong residual incomes on all the VDM sales that happen in your team each year. Okay, there's something there you can see that says you earn this anywhere in the world. I need us to remember that because, like I said earlier, you have people joining your team. It's the age of technology. It's a social media age. So literally, you don't have to do anything about physical storage of anything. You're telling people about it. You're just going lazily to your Facebook page, lazily to your Twitter or Instagram handle, and just saying something about your business. And people just get curious. You have the strange people asking you. You have people who have built up teams in other parts of the world, like a year ago, and up till now they haven't met. And yet that team is growing. And because that team is growing in various parts of the world, the volume that the team is creating is amazing. The profit that team is making, that each of our teams is making simply by being savvy about using your social media tools is really, really amazing. Okay, one of the ways I said we earn is the IA program. I'm sure someone will remember that. We said, we talked about team commissions and all of that, and we said the IA program. What the IA program is really a key to unlock the efforts of your team. It's a win-win situation. You either buy an item each month or you sell something each month. Either that or you just say, okay, you know what, I'm not keen on doing any of that buying and selling, just dock something out of my card. What happens with that is it enables you to earn from everyone in your team. So like I said earlier, whether your team member is in Brazil or whether they are in South Africa or whether they are literally working in the White House, someone should get there. Whether they're working in the White House, wherever they are, because you have paid your IA, your monthly IA, which is a variable amount from 35, 75, or 150, it contributes to your volume as well, and then when your team members pay their IA, it contributes to your volume, and you earn from that because you have done the smart thing and paid your own IA as well. You're paying your IA monthly, but you're earning weekly. And if you look very closely, it should have struck you that what you pay, the maximum IA amount you can pay is $150, but you stand to earn up to $500 each time your team makes $650. So it really is it's such a win-win situation that it's a no-brainer for me, really. So we have, because of how much payout GWT does, you don't have a lot of people who aren't paying their IA, because it's really crazy to pay $150 each month when you stand a chance to earn over $10,000 weekly. You don't even know when the money is taken out sometimes, because your volume is just growing at a crazy rate. One of the things that IA is used for, remember I said earlier that I had some newlyweds or people who wanted to get married. That's a key thing for me. You have people who want to get married, people who want to give gifts, and your VIP clients, like luxury consultants like me, can, when they create their VIP accounts, they can each month put away something, choose one of the IA amounts and pay. And they keep paying and they keep paying, so that whenever they want to buy something, they can use it. They can just go into their VIP account and use the IA to purchase that thing that we're saving towards. It also is a perfect way of giving gifts, both for the VIP clients and for the luxury consultants. There are times the gift giving business is a crazy business all over the world. At Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, you see people crowding the stores to buy items, and you're crowding the stores to buy items that are pretty mundane or pretty common, so to speak. What this revolutionary IA program does with regards to gift giving is that it allows you, whether the VIP client or the luxury consultant, it allows you to save towards something unique, have that delivered to the person, and at the time when you want to do it, you're not thinking about, oh my God, I should have thought about this, I want to get this for this person, it's going to cost me $100, $200, $300. It's not money that you now have to remove when you're not ready, up to whatever amount that you feel like using. You want to get a diamond engagement ring for your wife, or you want to get a wedding anniversary gift for your spouse. You can start whenever you want. If you want to sell something as well as a luxury consultant, and you have clients who don't use MasterCards, who are not really into online banking. I have a couple of those myself. So what I do with those people is, because I have been paying my IA, I always have IA left. So if a client says, okay, you know what, I want to purchase this and I don't have a card, I can use my IA to purchase for them. Remember that I'll be purchasing it at member price, but then I will be selling to them at regular retail price. So that works perfectly. And the IA is a wonderful investment, because it keeps, you're investing. This is something that even for people who haven't started growing their teams, your IA is literally money in the bank. It's your money. It's money that as soon as you start building your team, you unlock. You're literally, sorry, I'm snapping my fingers out of excitement. I'm sorry. You're unlocking thousands of dollars at the ready. So it's something that, again, if you decide tomorrow, okay, I think I've given this a good run, I'd like to sell my mall. Once in a while, I go to my mall and I look at it. I look at my IA volume, both from myself and from my team, and I know that if I was going to sell the mall I invested in just about a year ago, I'd be selling it for literally nothing less than 5 to 10 times what it was worth then. That's an investment that you can't turn your nose down at. And like we said, the residual income, that is literally what we're all about, and your IA unlocks that. It is the key to your financial freedom with global wealth trade. So this is what we talked about, business development bonus. Remember when I said one of the ways we earn business development bonus is GWT saying, okay, you know what, because you're growing your team, let's give you this. This is separate from and different from the wholesale bonus for introducing a person. If I, Nkechi, introduces, looking at the picture on the screen, if I introduce my first generation, Jim and Mary, I get a matching bonus. sorry, 1 second. I get up to 10% matching bonus on my first generation, irrespective of what kind of package that I have. And then for Diamond members, more about this later, for Diamond members, everything that my first generation does, I get a 5% matching bonus on. So you're earning both from your, like we say in my team, you're earning both from your children and from your grandchildren. That's already residual income waiting for you to just take and run with, you know. And then I talked about the 50%, about the wholesale profit. So in addition to the business development bonus, each time you introduce a person, so I introduced Jim, I introduced Mary, for each of these people, GWT says, well done, good job, Nkechi, here's $50 in the bank. So if, you know, by the time you introduce one person, and think about the IA we spoke about, if you're on a $35 IA, monthly IA, the minute you introduce one person, GWT says, here's $50. You can tell them, okay, you know what, don't touch my card any longer. Take the $50 take the $35 from my e-wallet. So that's, you know, it's easy to pay that IA. It's easy because talking to people and growing your team is as easy as taking in air. It's something that we do on the regular, and doing all of this means that your team is growing, and as your team is growing, we're getting what? We're getting lifelong residual income. Now, this is where we're all gunning for. This is where we're running to. You know, it's a race. We're all running there, hands held and excited about it. When you get to a particular level, so to speak, you get to share in 2% of all new package sales around the globe. Whether or not you have people in certain countries or certain continents no longer matters at this point. When you get to be a regional ambassador, every new package that is sold around the world, from Australia down under to the United States of America, to Nigeria, to Asia, and everything that's done in global sales, at the end of the year, at the time when this is going to be paid, 2% of it is kept. You know, this is in addition to everything that we are all getting paid, because we get paid every week. But 2% of that is locked away. You know, how do I put this now? A replica of 2% of that is locked away, and that is now shared for everyone who has gotten to regional, national, and global ambassador. So in addition to the revolutionary IA program, to your retail sales, to your team commissions, to your wholesale profit, to your luxury vacations, to your exotic car cruise, and other ways of earning, you also get to the point where you are sharing in 2% of new package deals. Let's do the math. Look at the example that's given there. If you do 100 million in global sales, 2% of 100 million is $2 million, and you're sharing that. That's in addition to you having worked and have started earning anything between, say, $5,000, $10,000 a week. You still get to share in this. There's no way you will not be looking at lifelong residual income, because this is almost now on, it's almost like it's an automated thing. You've worked it and it starts, you know, your money, we say in GWT that you start to earn while you sleep. If you don't earn when you're sleeping, then you're still broke. And when you get to this point, your money is working for you, you're earning while you're sleeping, while you're on your luxury vacation, you look into your bank account, and you've earned, you're taking a stroll somewhere, you're earning, your money just keeps on replicating, because you have done what? You have built a team the GWT way. We spoke about the luxury trips and cars, and this is just crazy. You know, you qualify for 6-star vacation, all inclusive, you know, food, flights, you know, it's just crazy. You are on a luxury vacation with other members of GWT who have made it to that level. And like I said earlier, while GWT has paid for this 6-star vacation, you remember when I said we don't do regular in GWT? Everyone is doing 5-star. I mean, 5-star for GWT has really become, should I say rudimentary? It's become, we're a little blasé about it. We've gotten to the 6-star all-inclusive exotic vacation, where you just go and take time off and just literally unwind. And while you're unwinding, because your team has been built to stand, you're earning literally around the clock. And then you have your the luxury and exotic car program. GWT prepays for you to drive a dream car for 18 months. The ranges the range of cars is just crazy. The only thing is it has to be black, and we all know black is really the coolest color for luxury cars. I mean, imagine an Aston Martin or a BMW top range in some red color like white. Nah. So GWT pays for that for 18 months, and of course, I mean, you get to pre-qualify. So it's not like where someone tells you, okay, you've gotten this far, you get a new car. You get a new car that's worth what, 3 million in say 20, 30, $40,000. That doesn't really, because it's a car that you can work really hard and afford. But by the time you've worked that hard in GWT, you're able to buy any car. So GWT says, you know what, we won't give you what you can buy. We'll give you something that really sets you apart. So when you get to this level, GWT is pre-qualifying, prepaying for a beautiful Mercedes-Benz or Porsche for you for 18 months. Now you all know why I'm gunning for that, and I am going to get it. So I'll be posting pictures. So welcome on board. Let's all work together to the billion. This is the Ambassador Cruise. We're all lucky because prior to recently, we had the 6-star cruise only, but now we have the 5-star cruise because we're like, okay, well, regional ambassadors get to go on the 6-star cruise. Let's have a 5-star cruise. But of course, it's not a 5-star cruise that is, where people say, okay, have 5-star cruise and there's something sneaked in. No, GWT's 5-star cruise is also an all-inclusive star vacation, and qualifying for ambassador cruise is a 16-6. You will get to know what that means, 16-6 formula. When you think about it, when you get to know what that means, you'll be like, that's all it takes? Because GWT says we will create 1,000 millionaires by 2025. We will give you residual lifelong income. And while you're doing all of that, I mean, you can't be a millionaire and be taking $10,000 holidays. So GWT says, you know what? Because you are thinking like a millionaire, let's spoil you like a millionaire. And that is what our vacations, our luxury car incentives, and all of that are about. Okay, this is something I really like. GWT came to Africa not too long ago, and it's been growing. It's in Canada, it's in the States. Yes, it was growing. And then we had a tour in Abuja, Nigeria, Africa last year, and it was just crazy. I attended it, and we had I think Sean Haynes and Renee, I think, came in from Canada, and it was just crazy. We had over 1,200 guests. Everyone kept gawking at the podium because we had GWT people, we had GWT Luxury Consultants just looking like stars. I mean, this picture here is good, but you should have seen it live. And that's what's happening because people are keying in. People are keying in to what GWT can offer, and it's just revolutionary. And right now, this is what happened last year. Right now, the team is growing even more exponentially. You have GWT strongholds growing, turning up in Australia, in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia, in Ghana, in the United States, Malaysia, Kenya. You have people look at it and they realize that, okay, this is not what I thought. It's not business as usual. No, it's a promise that is being kept. It's a promise that you want residual lifelong income. Let's do this and you will get it. And that's what's happening. So people are growing and growing and growing, and we are really taking the world over. So this is, I'm going to be showing you pictures of people in Africa who have reached the target and have even surpassed the milestone of earning 10,000 Canadian dollars and more within 12 months of joining GWT. These are a few of them. Shola Omotayo, she did this last year. Olumayowa did this last year. Okay, this is my mentor. When Safia introduced me, I got all excited and giddy. When I introduce Abdul, when I think of Abdul, I get all excited afresh because he introduced me and he has just blown a million records. You know how you say, okay, we set a record. He's like the Usain Bolt of GWT, especially in Nigeria and Africa. Globally, in fact, he's met a million milestone, so to speak. He's bested a couple of records. And the key thing to note about these things are these are not people who came from peculiar industries or people who thought a different way or people who had a particular qualification. These are people like you and I. And one of Abdul's favorite sayings is, if I can do it, you can too. So we have people like him who have reached the $10,000 a month club and then decided, you know what, if I can do $10,000 a month, I can do more. And he's bested the $25,000 a month club. You know, he's gotten to that level. He's won a million awards. Lucy Mobi, Kafina Ajibola, they're among our most recent regional ambassadors. You know, and it's something that, because they are building teams, everyone is growing. You know, these are people who come from different teams. So it's not as if you have a niche or a club of people who are earning. No, you have people earning from everywhere and working together. And like I said, we are earning simply because we are building teams. This is one of the latest ambassadors from Nigeria, regional ambassadors, Tony Gift. And she's also a very revolutionary person. She's qualified for the 6-star all-inclusive regional ambassador vacation. Last time I saw her, I was looking at her and I was wondering, and she kept telling us, you know what, this is a no-brainer. You have laid down steps, follow them, and we'll all make it. And I followed her steps, and okay, I won't be discussing my earnings here, but you know, it's a good thing, it's a good feeling when you know that it is not something that is set outside of you. It is something that anyone can aspire to and become. And so I wish her the best on her vacation, but I think I'm going to join her there. So Tony, Abdul, all of you watch out. We're coming behind you and coming up fast. Okay, this is a 6-figure club. You know, I'd love to, if it was a show where we could all see ourselves, like a classroom event, like a hall event, I tell everybody to close your eyes and visualize. I'm going to read this out in case you cannot see it. It says, they say be aware of get-rich-quick opportunities. And in GWT, we agree. Because when you are aware, you will seek, you will find, and you will achieve. And that's exactly how the GWT Ambassador AbdurRazaq, GWT Ambassador Hawa, and other people who have made this far found the get-rich path with GWT and earned 6 figures in approximately 1 year. That's just revolutionary. These are 2 different people. Simply because they're building teams, they've gotten to earn, you know, what 6 figures? Let's whisper it to our neighbors in over 1 year. And this means that poverty literally is behind you. I mean, you're dictating your time. You can tell your boss, you know what, I said I dreamt about firing you. Right now, here's your sack letter. If you're a football person, tell your boss, here's your red card, out of my pitch. You know, because you have found a way to get residual income honestly, continuously, and like we said, make your money even in your sleep. That's just, I mean, it says congratulations. I wish I could give them a high five right now even. Abdul, Hawa, if you're on call, high five wherever you are. Comfort Negedu is one of us as well. She is a President's Cup winner. That's a cup that the President gives for amazing, amazing achievements. And she's the first female national ambassador, you know, in the company globally, in the company worldwide. So these are things that it doesn't matter where you're from. I mean, when did Nigeria come on board in GWT? And already we're making waves. Same is happening in Ghana, in Australia, in Malaysia. People have realized, like I said earlier, we are onto a good thing. This is too good to pass up. And after the initial, okay, is it not? And people are now getting to understand it. The awareness is growing, so you really want to lock in your positions now and move on. So these are the other people. Okay, so this is where we start now, okay? To become a part of all of this, you have to launch a VDM package, a virtual designer mall package. And these are what they cost. When you launch a retailer package, you get up to 60% in profit margins, and you stand a chance of making up to $52,000 in maximum residual income yearly. For a silver package, you get an inventory account startup bonus of $585. So that means you have something to shop with already. You make profit margins up to 70% and over $130,000 in maximum residual income. For the Plankston package, you pay $799. You get an inventory startup bonus of $838, up to 80% in profit margins, retail profit margins, and over $280,000 in maximum residual income. And so it goes on to the gold package and to the diamond package. And this is where you stand to make over 1.5 million in residual income each year, you know. And for each of these, if you come in at lower than diamond or at diamond, lower than diamond, and you get to make it to diamond in less than 30 days, or in 30 days, GWT gives you $1,000 bonus. So that's about 400 IA points for achieving that. So automatically, GWT is already telling you, welcome, here you go, let's make this work. So what we need to do is go talk to the person who signed you up, who invited you to this webinar. Talk to them, and they will take any further questions you have. You can type your questions now when I'm done, but you decide what package works best for you, because we really would love to have you in this amazing opportunity. You get your $500, depending on what package you join in, your free shopping spree, so you have what you can already start wearing and sharing, and then you start to make from day one. If you have retail clients, you start to make profits immediately as well. I'm really glad that I was on this call tonight, and I hope everyone has heard what I had to say really, really well. And so what I need you to do is take the next step. What is the next step? You've heard what we have, and you know that this is just right. This is just a crazy opportunity, and we are glad to talk you through it some more. So the next step is sign up for your free VIP membership. Speak to the person who invited you. You will get your $300 gift certificate. If you shop for items worth $600, you will get that $300 taken off, and you receive free shipping worldwide. The person who invited you will tell you more about that. Then you launch your VDM today. If you launch a diamond VDM, you have a huge profit, a huge promotion to get. You have huge bonuses to get. Whatever package you launch, if you get to diamond within 30 days, you get really crazy bonuses. And then work towards getting to ambassador ASAP, so that you join me, Sophia, and others on the all-new ambassador cruise. Thank you very, very, very much for being on the call tonight. I'll hand you over to Sophia, who has graciously hosted us tonight, and I look forward to welcoming all of you to the GWT family and to the billion. Sophia, take it away.
Wow, I am blown away, Nkechi. And no wonder you showed me this business and I started. Ladies and gentlemen, you just had what an amazing opportunity GWT offers you and I and everybody out there. And well, nobody could have presented it any better. But if you have any question, please raise your hand. I would unmute you and you can ask us your question. And Nkechi is still with us and can answer. Or you can type in your question and she would answer it. So do we have any hands up? No. We don't have any hands up, but then I would like to unmute any AbdurRazaq AbdulAziz to just say a few words, because I mean this is a very, very special call tonight. Any AbdurRazaq introduced Nkechi into this business, and Nkechi got me into this business, and well, it just feels right. Any, are you with us?
Wow. Am I with you? That's an understatement. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you are. Wow. Can I relaunch my VDM? Because I like to start all over again after hearing KP. It's unbelievable. Oh my gosh. That was absolutely off the chain. I mean, I'm I can't believe that this is the first time that Nkechi is doing a live tour, an online live tour. This has got to be one of the best presentations I've ever listened to. I'm telling you, that was good. That was really good. That was really good. We have an amazing opportunity, people. Everyone who's on the call, you're really privileged. All right, that somebody thought it, important enough to get in touch with you and tell you to join us tonight. We've heard it all from Diplomat Nkechi. Um, what can I say? I mean, when they say something, uh, I mean, I think I'll just borrow the words from Sir Richard Branson, who said that if somebody shows you an amazing opportunity and you don't understand it, say yes, okay? And what is there not to understand about GWT? Wear luxury designer products and get paid for it. It's a no-brainer. This is something that you've done all your life. I came in, this evening from, going to see one of our brand new success partners who launched her mall just about 72 hours ago in Bauchi. And, she's working with one of the big NGOs. And so I had to go and help her to get started. This is an amazing lady. This lady, she called me, I think it was yesterday, to say, look, I'm in town. I just want you to come and, show me the business and show me what to do. I just got started. And she was so, clever about it. When I got there, she had arranged for about 3 or 4, 5 of her colleagues to listen in. You just said, look, um, please do a tour. And I did a tour, and 3 people end up on the spot. 3 diamonds on the spot. I mean, it's, and this is a lady that's so very, 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 she's busy with her office chore, office. She's a mother, but she's actually taking the business to one of the state governors, wife, in the next couple of days after. I mean, this is a business that you can take to anybody. I'm just looking at, some Facebook posts from St. Lucia. We have our national ambassador Razor and regional ambassador Sean Haynes. They're doing the Live Your Dream tour in St. Lucia right now, and they just posted some pictures of the the governor general. I mean, you can take this business to anybody in the world because it makes sense. Just imagine you're in health and wellness. I mean, and you go book an appointment, with the governor general. You want to, please, Governor General, do you have some pains, in your leg? I'd like to show you some products. I mean, you can't do that, but you're wearing gorgeous products, and hey, Governor General, I want an appointment to show you some amazing products, and you get paid to wear them to infinity. You get paid to infinity. You start to earn global revenue. I mean, when I saw that, just like Nkechi said, I didn't have to look at any other thing again. That retirement plan, and that's what I showed those ladies today. I said, look, you're working, you have a good job that you're holding down right now, but what happens after the job? Look, reality, 2 things will happen. You'll either walk away from this job one day, or the job will walk away from you. Then what? What is next? This is an opportunity for you to start to build residual income, not just for yourself, but for your children and their own children, on and on. This is generational wealth. This is luxury designer products. No expiry dates. You will use them and they become collectibles, collector's items that you can resell for so much more in the future. We have the best products in the industry. We have the best compensation plan. No need to think about anything. Just go back to the person who has invited you tonight and tell them thank you and ask for the application. Launch your mall tonight. Don't even wait until tomorrow, because if you wait, you're too late. Back to you, AOM.
Thank you. Yeah, true. You snooze, you lose with GWT. So don't snooze before you sign up. We have a couple of questions coming. Nkechi, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, my name's Abdul Karim Hassan. I'm just like a week old. My question goes this way. Considering the society we are in Nigeria, where fraud is the order of the day, how can I convince people via social media? So can you just say a few words to Abdul Karim towards his concern over fraud and talking to people about the business via social media?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for your question. I'll say something about it, and then I crave National Ambassador AbdurRazaq's indulgence to say something on it as well. I found that even in a society, even here, that people are worried. GWT is a company that is not a day old, and because we have a huge online presence, for people who have asked me questions about it, I have directed them, for instance, to our online presence, to the GWT Facebook page. I've had them speak with other people. I've given them the other people, namely National Ambassador AbdurRazaq. I've had them talk to people like Jonathan and Sean Haynes, who are in Canada, and I've given them our contact details for the head office. It's easier, even in a situation where there's a lot of online fraud, it is also easy to ascertain the authenticity of what you're doing. So third-party credibility matters. The fact that we are working with MasterCard and Visa, who would not bankroll or who would not be partners with a fraudulent activity or fraudulent business also matters. So you put all of this together, and over time, consistency is key, because anything that anyone is serious about, they are consistent about. So you direct them to these pages and they see the volume of honest transactions that are going on. And seriously, that's how I have had people overcome that fear of being defrauded, or fear of being swindled or scammed out of their funds. I don't know if if AbdurRazaq has anything he wants to add to that.
Yes, not much, because you have actually just answered the questions very succinctly. What I want to tell Abdul Karim, I think, Abdul Karim, is social media is all about three things. It's an avenue for you to connect. The first thing, you connect with the people. Second is for you to engage. I mean, you find a common ground. After you connect, then you start to talk about anything under the sun that is interesting to both of you. And then thirdly is for you to recruit. So that recruiting means you can become friends, or you can become business partners, whatever it is that actually got you connected in the first place. So that's it. Connect, engage, and recruit. So after you connect, by the time you engage that person, okay, that is where the ice is broken. You break the ice, and you build like and trust, and you'll determine whether this is somebody that you should go on with, in terms of your intention, by asking some very intelligent questions. Your conversation will actually open up, that person's, you know, um, sort of the type of person that they are. So you will know, you have a great feel for it. And for instance, just yesterday, somebody contacted me about global world trade, and I said, okay, fantastic. My name is AbdurRazaq. Thank you for liking my. What did you like about GWT? And so he said, yeah, that he wants some more information about it. I said, fantastic. Where do you stay? He says he stays, outside Abuja. So well, I'd like to invite you to a live presentation, but since you're not available, can you send me your email address? And immediately he stalled. He said, why can't we talk on Facebook? Because so he's already suspicious. And I said, no problem. This Facebook, the platform is not conducive for the kind of information I want to send to you. And he still insisted. So I posted what I had there, and eventually this morning he says, what is how can he get started and all of that. And because it's for me to type all that information, I have it ready made. I said, look, that is why I asked for your email address. It's easier, and look, I'm available to talk more about this. This is my phone number. If you're free, send me your phone number, I can call you. So with this type of interaction, eventually he will know, because at the end of the day, he said he wasn't convinced with the information I sent before. And I told him immediately, I said, look, I'm not out to convince you. I'm just out to show you an opportunity where several thousands of people all over the world are able to make up to $10,000 in weekly income. I just want to show you, and if you feel good about it, then you can get involved. So immediately, I took that pressure off him, and he's like, oh, this guy doesn't really need me, so he knows that. And so when you engage, you will find out more about your prospect, so you don't have to see the person face to face. With the words and the kind of flow, you will know whether or not this person is legit, to do your business with. And the prospect too, by your interaction, will feel at ease with you to get into the business. Because most times, Nkechi mentioned something in that line, that people don't buy, it's not the products that matters the most. It's not the business opportunity. What matters most, all right, is you yourself. People buy you first before they buy the GWT products and also the business opportunity. So just be yourself, be at ease, and social media is a very great way for you to build your business, and just learn the skills. So back at
Thank
you,
you very much,
Sophia.
AbdurRazaq. Yeah. So in Nkechi, we have two more questions to go. BC is asking, do I need to make purchases at all times?
Hello, BC. Thank you for your question. No, you do not need to make purchases actually. If you a payment, for instance, what you need to do is just have your IA payment paid. So whether or not you want to purchase
Hello, Nkechi, are you with us? Hello.
I think we lost her. Did we lose
Uh,
her?
I think so, because I can't hear.
we can use.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you hear me now? I
Yes,
think
we
I
can hear
lost
you now. We can hear you now.
a bit.
Huh.
Hi, Sophia. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now, Nkechi. So go ahead.
Oh, I lost audio connection.
Uh,
So I was saying, BC, you don't need to purchase anything all the time. Your IA is something you can build up and purchase whenever you want to purchase. So you're not tied to an auto ship kind of thing where you have to take something every month or each time you pay your IA payment. It just keeps building up for you to use whenever you want, and it contributes to the volume of a team. I hope that answers it.
uh-huh. So, and then we have Ngozi asking, are we still on the old package pricing? And is the double IA promo still on?
Uh, well, until the company has issued us something official on it, we are going with what we have. AbdurRazaq, I think that's correct. I don't think we're
Very
moving
correct.
until the
Very
company has
correct.
issued us.
Yes, you're very correct, Nkechi. Until the company makes an official announcement about the new packages, the prices of the new packages, we're still, we're still going with the prices that are, prevalent at the moment. Yes, definitely, you're correct with that.
Huh.
Thank
So, and then her second question is the double IA promo still on?
No, it's not. National Ambassador AbdurRazaq, right now, you're the head honcho, so we're going to be listening to you for this.
The double IA unfortunately has expired. Okay, it has expired, and I feel sad about it too because the double IA is such an amazing incentive, such an amazing package, and that was the fifth time the company was running it in the 9-year history of the company, and we wish they could extend it further. In fact, I know a number of leaders all over the world, wanted the company to extend it, but the company had extended. They extended it actually by 10 days,
Yeah.
and after the that extension, it was shut down. So, it's over. Well, I hope for the moment, and I hope that they bring it back once again.
Yeah, I hope so too. So thank you everybody. At this moment, I don't have any more questions typed in and I don't see any hands raised. So I'm assuming, well, a job well done. So please go back to the person who directed you here or who shared the link for the webinar with you tonight and go on the journey GWT offers towards your financial freedom, and you won't regret it a few years to come, inshallah. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and to the billion. Thank you, Nkechi, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you, AbdurRazaq, for joining us and, well, making us 3 generations of GWT in one call. Do have a good night.
Awesome.
Good
Thank you
night.
so much. I mean, I am the most elated person now because this is what we're talking about. This is duplication, all
Yeah,
right? And I'm so, so, so proud of both of you ladies. Wonderful job. You're just exceptional, professional, and really, really, great team players to work with. And I'm so happy and so, privileged to be working with both of you. Everybody, have a lovely night. And, if you're on the call for the first time, launch your mall tonight, okay? And let's take you to the billion. Have
yeah,
a lovely
the
night,
billion.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.